Okay. I think everything is fine and I'm live everywhere where I need to be live. Welcome everybody to another watch along. We have a semi-final clash between number 2 in the PSL, Stellenbosch FC, and of course number 1, the champions, the mathematically impossible to be caught champions, MAMELODI Sundowns, in the semi-final of the Nedbank Cup. Yesterday, we saw Orlando Pirates beating Chippa United to go through to a final of a tournament that they've won before. And let's see what these two teams can do. Now, I've already told you guys, MAMELODI Sundowns, mathematically, the league is in the bag. They have an AFL, they've got a league. They're going to be looking for a treble of sorts as they take on the Stellenbosch team and hopefully make it to the final. And then Stellenbosch itself will be looking for a double, which is very interesting because they won the inaugural Open Curling Knockout tournament, and they were able to, get their hands on a trophy for the first time in their existence. So this is a team that is number 2. They're going to be looking to try play some CAF Champions League football or confed football, seeing as however them and Pirates played out, and they're going to have. They're going to also have this curling knockout and maybe a Nedbank Cup, which would be an incredible season, one of the best seasons that anybody could have. Oratile, welcome. One of the best seasons that any team in the PSL could have. MAMELODI Sundowns, of course, had a bit of a bump there in the Champions League, where they were knocked out by ES Tunis in the semi-finals, but they will be looking to rebound and add the Nedbank Cup to their 2 titles that they've won this year. And after completely drubbing Kaizer Chiefs, I'm sure they're going to be looking for blood again, versus this Stellenbosch team. It's so interesting to watch this Danny Craven Stadium because it's a Nedbank Cup semi-final, and the coaches are sitting on chairs, on the ground. What a throwback. The 2 teams are as follows. Stellenbosch comes into the game with Masuluge in goal. Ture, Pasadine, Van Rooyen, Muloisana Nduli, Adams, De Jong, Ora, Titus, and Reyners, the most informed striker right now. Ikram Reyners, a man who's at the top of the scoring charts and is expected to win the top goal scorer for this year, owing to the fact that he also managed to score 5 goals versus Ipolokwane City not so long ago, on the 27th of April. Then we have MAMELODI Sundowns. The starting lineup is Williams in goal, Mudau, Lunga, Kutsie, Kekana, Obas, Allende, Zwane, Matthews, Ribeiro, and Shalulile. As you know, mokwena is still out. According to Rulani, the fatigue is catching up to them and he got a muscle injury, so he's going to be out possibly for the rest of the season. Mulonto says, what did Mayema do to Rulani? Hey guys, me I don't know. That's a man who told you guys that he doesn't want to, he never wants to rotate. He's not a fan of it. So should we be questioning this? Stepfather says, see you after the game. Kari grape, Linoni wine, stepfather, who's the wine? I'm Team Stellies all the way here, man, stepfather. Let's see if Team Stellies can do you a favor. And then, of course, the last 5 games that these guys have played, MAMELODI Sundowns has 2 losses and 3 wins. And then Stellenbosch has 4 wins and a draw. That's basically it. And then, of course, MAMELODI Sundowns, ijari chipsi, ijabatu, ijahohote. When they get over there, they have been on a rampage, even though they literally play every 3 days. 20th of April, ES Tunis. 23rd of April, Skukun. 26th of April, ES Tunis. 29th of April, TSG, TS Galaxy. 2nd of May, Chiefs. Guys, this team has been through a lot, and I think it would be a miss if we don't mention that as well. Just to be fair to them, they've been through a lot. If you look at this Stellenbosch, for example, 13th of April, 17th of April, 21, 27, 1st of May. Here comes MAMELODI Sundowns. Okay, so on to what I was saying. Look, it's going to be an interesting game. It's going to be interesting because Stellenbosch is one of the few teams in the league that has a coordinated transition when they break. So they don't mind sitting back for a while and absorbing pressure. But the thing is, usually a team like Sundowns, when they play in the league, they don't have to worry about the striker. Oh, well, where Masuluke? The strikers of the other teams, they don't have to worry about attacks because most of the time, all teams are so afraid to attack them. Outside of Orlando Pirates, you know. Stellenbosch has Reiners, so at the very least, Sundowns has to think about the possibility of maybe catching something from a transition. You know, those transitions that Stellenbosch does with Titus, with Reiners. Adams is on the pitch, so at some point that's going to happen. So it's going to be interesting in that aspect that Rulani can't necessarily let the handbrake down all the way. He can't bring 5, 6, 7 players into attack because the moment Stellenbosch wins a ball back, they're going to try and punch you in the mouth, as you say. The other interesting thing about this team or this game is that, you know, we watched the Chippa United yesterday versus Pirates, and you could tell at moments that the size of the game got to them. So they were thinking about the full stadium. They were thinking about Pirates. They were thinking about all of these things. They played a lot more physical, a lot more harder, maybe than they should have been playing. There was a red card there in the mix. There could have been a couple of red cards there. So the moment sort of got to them, you know, especially that delay. I think it was Ustosh who came on yesterday who spoke about how maybe the delay also affected Chippa United. This Stellenbosch team has won a trophy. So if we're looking at teams that maybe wouldn't have the same stage fright, you would have to say that Stellenbosch FC is one of those teams that, you know, they've got the trophy, they've gotten to the finals, they've gotten into the pressure situations, they've done all of that stuff. Maybe it's a more mature team that you're going to be facing here. The only worry I have, honestly, Kemasuluke. That's the only worry. Stevens, of course, is on the bench, their normal goalkeeper. But let's see what Masuluke does. Masuluke became famous for being nominated for a Pushkas Award at the FIFA Awards. That goal that he scored versus Pirates Kari last minute. Yeah. So let's see. I predict a very interesting game. I don't know how entertaining it will be. I'll say that much. I don't know how entertaining the game will be in terms of watching two teams go back and forth and hit each other a lot. Goal. Oh, goal. Almost goal. Hey, man. Stellies. Twice now. Miscommunication. Tutu, I agree with you. Twice now, there's been silly mistakes. First one was a ball that was coming in from the right-hand side of Stellenbosch's defense that the goalkeeper maybe called for, but didn't get there quite in time, almost created a problem. And now a ball was played through, straight through to Ushalulile, who couldn't do anything. Divine Lunga just got a yellow card. He just got a yellow card. Hey, Divine Lunga has a mistake in him, hey? Divine Lunga has a mistake in him. Would I have given a yellow? Look at this ball. No communication there with that Stellies defense. No communication. Luckily, Van Rooyen was able to come back, but Van Rooyen should have been in a better position there, honestly speaking. But look, hey, that defense, guys. That defense is going to be the issue. I see the That's where the coach is going to come from. Let me read some of these comments. Our MK is opening a drink, eh, ban? Hey, so Asintabi, welcome. Amelia are Pirates. Pirates, what did Pirates do now? Keketso says Stellies Enzani Mara. Greetings, Tatemkwana. How are you, Chwene? Stellies are struggling at the back. No, they are. They are. Stevens. I think Stevens is the key to that back. Off this weekend. Off. I spoke to Uprati yesterday, a Chiefs fan, and he was like, hey, he has FOMO for this tournament. Mina, I just want to, I just want to relax me. Lebza says, how are you doing, Lebza? Lebza, I stitched your video. I think I might have seen it. I'll check again. I think I might have. Was it the one where you correcting me? Imara, Lebza. Aye, Lebza. Let me live, man. Let me live. ADL says, afternoon. How are you doing, ADL? How are you doing? How are you doing? Tshwane, I'm good. I'm good. Looking forward to being a fan of football today and analyzing a game. Let's see what happens. I'm interested to see how Stellenbosch approaches this. They usually tend to sit back and hit on the transition. Some might even say it looks a little low blockish at times. Mamelodi Sundowns is going to be, they're playing long balls. Wow. This defense has keep. They must go from a 4-3-3 to a 4-4-2. Because there's no way, a 4-1-3-2 at least. Have 5 people at the back ready. Well, not 5 people like that, but at least have cover, because this defense is not talking. It's not talking at all. Mamelodi Sundowns are finding some joy. Can we also speak about the state of the stadium? Danny Craven Stadium is basically Stellenbosch FC, Stellenbosch University Stadium. So it looks like there was some rugby or something that was played here. The pitch looks a bit weird. It looks a bit off. And like I said, it's very weird to see chairs put out for technical stuff in a Nedbank Cup semi-final. That is very, very interesting. After what we watched, go NMP, Mawan. Here comes Sundowns. Here's the goal. Here's the goal. Here's the goal. The defense has been poor. Here's the goal. Mamelodi Sundowns finds their first goal through Umudau. It is 1-0 to the current champions of the recently inaugurated champions of the league. They've taken a 1-0 lead. Yeah, that defense has been bad. That's Stelli's defense. Is the camera angle bothering anybody else? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. I'm just missing some of the game there when you're watching it. Boloisane is fumbling today. Tutu says Sundowns needs to score while Stellies are confused like this because our Katal Labafan. Well, there we go. You got your wish. Mudau scored. And what's scary? Who's down? Who's down there for Stellies? Hi, guys. Masuluke. Uviki Paul Masuluke. Look at the goalkeeper. Look. Don't they do that thing where they make themselves bigger? Why did he turn his head? There's not much he could have done, let's be honest, but Mudau gets a goal. Usaila. Some people have been speaking about a lot here. Yes, the pitch doesn't look good. No, it doesn't look good at all. There we go. Let's go. The defense today is bad. It's interesting. Okay, let me ask the question. We saw something similar with Chippa United yesterday where they conceded early. I put it to Chippa that maybe the moment got to them very early on. They were still shaking, and maybe that delay was what caused them to be a little bit shaky at the beginning of that game. Is Stellenbosch going through a similar thing in terms of the moment of it? Because that defense, that defense.
Bathi ukusheka ngesulu. Oh, kakase. Why you kakaseling, my brother? Relax.
That defense is kakaseling. That's what that defense is doing right now. So they're going to be taking advantage of. Will they be taking advantage of more? And maybe that's the question I want to ask you guys about that. That is it maybe the moment that is killing Stellenbosch right now as well? This looks like an old school game. This looks like an old school game. Like it looks like those PSL 1998 type games, 2002 type games. Even just the setup of the pitch, the way the pitch looks, how the fans, hey, it looks like an old school game. And this is the same stadium that gave problems last time, if you guys remember. If you can remember. Just beat us 5-1. Manje, they want to go to the finals. My brother, always on points. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my brother. Ozzy04 says, I don't like these small stadiums. Camera angle is bad. Makes poor quality viewing. We have stadiums. Well, to explain, if you look on the screen right now, okay, when they go back to the wide, you'll see a Mati's thing there. Stellenbosch FC is Mati's side. Stellenbosch FC has a deal with the University of Stellenbosch University, Maties. As part of the deal, they get to use Danny Craven Stadium, which lowers the cost for them, I assume, in terms of having to go rent out stadiums. But also they get access to one of the few high-performance centers in the country, right? That's one of the perks that Stellenbosch has when they have these deals with Maties. It is a smaller stadium, but if you look in the background, the cars, it's actually part of a sporting complex. It's similar to LC de Villiers Stadium, Kotax, for example. So I guess you wouldn't want it, but also I think Stellies understands that they're not going to fill out a 40,000 seater. Oh, Stellies with a chance there. Oh, they're starting to wake up, but there's gaps in the back. There's gaps in the back. They should have taken it out. You guys are correct. Pasadine, useless goalkeeping, man. Masluka, Ekotwa. Stellies made a mistake by playing the ball instead of taking it out, says Vandendom. Exactly. They should have taken it out. There's a player down. Why did they keep playing it? Keketo says Ribeiro. Hey, Ribeiro. Agent says Dow is happy. Hey, Sundowns. Masluka is not make sure, says Rumelelo. ADL says, I just think they've met their equals. They just need to impose their game. I'm shocked because the Stellenbosch that I know, or the Stellenbosch from the beginning of the season, is the Stellenbosch that sits back. They sit back and hit you on the counter, fast on the counter. Titus and Reyners, or Reyners and Adams usually hit you fast on the counter. That's what their game is usually. I'm surprised that they're playing an open game. They're committing people forward. They're leaving their defense. They're leaving the defense unprotected as well, which is very un-Stellenbosch-like. I don't know if it's maybe the confidence they've gotten over the past few days, past few weeks, but this is not what we are used to. The ref is going to drink like how they did with Swallows. Mulwantwa, on the ref, Jelly Chavani is the same one that Rulani was calling names and they were fighting each other or having a spirited debate in the hallways in one of the games. I forgot which game it was. And I asked the question, how do you now ref as a ref that has had that issue and you come into this one? How do you ref these type of games? Do you think that his reffing is going to change? As you guys are saying that he's going to drink us like he did with Swallows. Does he change? Does he want to make things right? How do you guys feel he's going to handle this game, Uchel? Sky says, can't wait for the final whistle. Yeah, that's Matis, exactly. It's Stellenbosch University of Stellenbosch University. Thanks for the info. It now makes sense, but still the product has to be superior. No, that's very true. That's very true. I wonder what it looks like when the rugby's on. I wonder what it looks like when it's Varsity Cup, because that maybe would give us a bit of an idea of what it looks like normally. I mean, I know, like, for example, when Tux plays, the viewing is not that bad. Like, it's not that it's not, well, I know where the camera sits, but it's not that bad. This is not super bad. It just feels a little bit far away at times. Like right now, this angle seems so far away. The fact that I can see fans. But anyway, do you know any website? All I can say is dstv stream. I'm not allowed to say anything else. Guys, they're so strict on me, so I'm not allowed to say anything else. You know, this is the second time I see this again. People are coming in and they didn't delay. I think they're hoping that the setup of the stadium, because these stadiums, the smaller stadiums, are usually a lot more open in terms of entrance and exit. I think the tough thing about the bigger stadiums is that you come through the stadium inside. Like where, for example, yesterday with Chipa and Pirates, you come through those entrances that you have to go inside the infrastructure of the stadium. These ones are pretty open. I think it's not as much. Like I've seen crazier things like varsity cups and things like that. So it might not be, I don't think it's the same worry. The only worry that you have here is people rushing the stadium. Funny story, when I was still at Tux, Sundowns won the league at Tux. And Tate Motsepe somehow, I don't know how, I don't want to say how, somehow got a car onto the center of the pitch. And the fans broke the fence. Sundowns fans were there. Maybe you guys can corroborate this. And he just paid the fine. So I'm wondering here, well, okay, Sundowns generally, you guys are relaxed. Last time versus Chiefs, hey, people wanted selfies with Kune, agent. People wanted selfies with Kune and rushed the stadium. The last game, similar things happen. Streams of fans are outside or only in Soweto. Lives are more free. Thank you, Jabulo. Even at Loftus, they did the same. But did they? They're more relaxed. Tina. Oh, Tina. I love my team, but I know my fans. Okay, so here we go. You see what I mean about the earlier minutes? You played the early minutes all over the place. Now that you've got your defensive rigidity, or you've got a structure to your defense, it's too late. It's too late. Sundowns hasn't been able to do what they were able to do earlier, right? I'm still worried about the fact that on that right-hand side of Sundowns' attack, it seems that Muda was getting a lot of play. Oh, there we go. Sundowns cross in. Shasha's too wide. Shasha's way too wide. That shouldn't be a ball that Shasha's getting. If we're being 100% honest there. There's something. Yes, sir. Cross ball. Let's see. Guys, Stellenbosch is scared. Am I the only one who's seeing this? Stellenbosch looks so scared.
Yesterday, my scam.
Stellenbosch looks so scared. I'm Mokwena. I know I was joking, but really.
Oh, Kakaze.
What Kakaze? What Kakaze? Why you Kakaze, my brother? Relax.
Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. And I know Stellenbosch is not necessarily a team that's going to get on your neck from the beginning, but they're usually very hard to break down defensively. Look at the space in the middle where Ribeiro just ran into. Look at the space in the middle. There's no one home. There's nobody home. Jaden Adams gets a yellow card. Like, guys, okay, I'll give you an example. This yellow card, look at the spaces. Look at the space between the three stations, right? And then also look at the space where Ribeiro just got the ball and powered through. You don't usually get that. You don't usually get that. I don't know what's happening. And guys, it's not caution. Like I understand being scared of Sundowns, so therefore you have a defensive six. You know, you have a defensive six players in defensive places. You are really trying to just keep them quiet. You don't want to go forward. It's like he did something similar versus Sundowns. This one, I'm not even sure whether they are playing open or closed. I don't know what the plan is here, because Sundowns has so much space. So much space. They're looking normal, like they're looking like a normal team. Let me see. Rona, where was? Oh, Rona, this stadium is not safe for our players. Rona. Veli, at least you guys are calm. If this was a Chiefs game, yo. Have you seen a time delayed for any time except for a Soweto team? When there was lightning. When there was lightning. But I also think it's because, let's be honest, and it's not a good thing, but let's be honest. You're not expecting ultra violence. You're not expecting ultra violence. What happened now to landsmen? Kapile. How? Libo landsmen back stage 4. Back stage 4 rehab. What's happening? He pulled something. Stretcher landsman. Stretcher. This one. Sundowns has Steady's number. We've already conceded. ADL says, can't help but feel like this field is lowering the quality of Stellies. But it's their field. It's their field. Stellies are not playing at all. They're still thinking about that 5-1 game at Chiefs. As Temikosi says, stage fright. Pella, these are youngsters. That's why I had high hopes for Stellenbosch, or this game, for the fact that Stellenbosch has a trophy. So they've gone through an entire tournament. Or maybe it's because kind of Stellenbosch didn't play any of the big guys. I thought maybe they'd get over their nerves. What happened? Oops, linesman pulls up. Akasabheki ne-offside to linesman. Akasabheki ne-offside. Akasabheki ne-foul. Threw the flag down. And so in this situation, does the fourth official now have to kit up? Does the fourth official now have to kit up and jump in? I wonder. They stopped the game because linemen got cramps. Thank you, Lebza. As Chiefs fans, this Downs team is painful for me to watch. Hey, Mesh. Guys, please, guys, we're off this weekend. We're not on Chiefs duty. We're not on embarrassment duty. We've got nothing. We're just chilling. Let's go Kenyan Chiefs more, guys. Please, man. You're going to ruin a very nice afternoon of football. Enjoy, Paul. Witness says this pitch is too small. It's not supposed to be used in the PSL. Can I ask you another weird question? If this pitch is fine, like this stadium is fine for the PSL, what was wrong with Lucas Moripe that it didn't live up to the standards? Maybe somebody could explain it there in the comments. What was wrong with it? Steadies need to take control of the game and play closer to each other. Fananom says, how I wish the boys can capitalize. Steadies are starting to gain momentum. I see what you're talking about with Lunga, Uzoba Costa, second half. Tutu, Lunga. Oh, Miami. Yeah, he's seen it. He saw it. Hey, he saw it. This is the Rulani I know. This is the Rulani I know. Not this Rulani we saw at the end of the... Is he making him sit down at the end of the Champions League? Eh? This is the Rulani I know. The Rulani I know sees problems and fixes them. The Rulani I know makes changes. He adapts. He moves. He's got pressure. That's the Rulani I know. Eh? 28th minute, he was like, "Ay, Lunga, Uzos Costa, Uyamkeeper Faguma, Morena." That is the Rulani I know, man. Ay, man. Who is this Rulani we've been watching over the past 2 months? Kshisa. Urulani umnandi ngama tactics, umnandi ngama change when there's no pressure. You see now, this is not a pressure game for Sundowns. Honestly speaking, let's be honest. Not as much as a Champions League. This is the Rulani I know, man. Aye, man. But the linesmen threw the flag. These linesmen are not serious. They stopped the game. Yes. See. Yes, guys. Yes. This is the Rulani. Guys, when we criticize Rulani, is because we've seen Rulani do better. Highlander, when he was sitting there watching ES Tunis like a deer in the headlights. No, this one. Yeah? Not afraid to make changes. Man. Agent says, what did I say about the pressure? It's when the pressure's on, he can't coach. Or he loses some of that coaching. Not gonna lie, I miss Tebe's back passes. Why do you miss it? Idiot. You guys love being tortured. 29 minutes in. Sundowns is leading 1-0 versus Stellenbosch. A goal scored by Ukuriso Sailor Motaung. Look at that chase. Masulu. Guys, no, Masuluga is scared. Masuluga is scared. If there's a mistake that Barker did, linesman is going to stage 3. Linesman is going to stage 3. Ay. Look at the fourth official, he's fighting for his life. Incorrect, man. Wait, so the coaches got called and it's not Rulani. You know what? Nope. I'm not going to go into a conspiracy. I don't want to go into a conspiracy theory now. Okay, so the game has been paused temporarily. It looks like the linesman pulled something and he's not able to continue. So Bamusapa is going to be the fourth official. They tried to bandage him and it's not working out. They tried to bandage him and it's not working out. The two coaches were called and Mangoba and Baka were the two that came together there. Interesting, but let's see. Karuso says, I'm a Kosi fan. Guys, man. Abu Rulani are coaches. All caps. Not Abu Kevin Johnson says Keketo. Ariel says, where was this energy at ES Tunis? So Divine Lunga missed the red card just like that. Just like that. Just because the linesman pulled up with something. We'll be back again next season. We'll avenge ourselves. So far, we've managed to beat anyone. So it's a gent. We're at the stadium. We're at the stadium, man. Zanaba, you're going to report for us live from there. Wesley says, how was that not a second yellow? It's because everybody was watching the linesman. And that was a tactical sub not to bring in Modiba because of tighter space. Yes. Even the sub that he made with Morena. Now it's going to be interesting to see how disciplined Morena is going to stay there. First time ever seeing a ref get an injury in South Africa. We are seeing things as KP. Even me, I was trying to think back. I haven't seen a referee. Like, do you know what happened? When the ref pulled up, in my head, I was thinking, Pamkapingani. Pamkapile. And then I remembered that, this is Sundowns Stellies, man. You're going to throw things at the ref here. Chana says Mudau was rolling not so long ago. Because he says these linesmen are unfit. How did he pass the fitness test? The says, all our linesmen. All our linesmen. Sure, boy. Yeah? Don't warm up with the Stellies, guys, man. They're going to ask questions about you. Match commissioner with white pants. Zanele says, Simon and Tuli says Titus was giving Lunga a tough time. Agent, am I still fine to say that the left-hand side of Sundowns' defense often has issues? The left-hand side. There's my fave, who's also on stage. I don't know stage Bang Bang. There's my fave who also gets into the same issues there at the back. It's not fair what happened here was a second yellow says, KB says this linesman is not fit, he must lose 50k. 50! All 50. Panom says, I'm sure the haters will say we benefited. I don't know. Mina, that's why again, I don't want to do this. The other guy came here for a fourth official job. He didn't come here. He didn't come here to play. But this guy can't even run, says ADL. And this match official is also clueless. It looked like he didn't want to get up and do this. It's very interesting because the fourth official is a former ref, not a linesman. Choppy chop, agent. Choppy chop. Oh, Hugo pros. Eh? But as Wagala, man, come watch 80% of your national team. Come watch your national team, man. Come down, enjoy the time over here in Stellenbosch. Pussy wine no helmet. It's very interesting because that was supposed to be a second yellow. I've seen it in the Premier League. The fourth official was a fan. Unfit referees and linesmen, unnecessary delay. Okay. We saw a delay yesterday. So yesterday, before the match started, we saw a delay. And it's been theorized by people who came onto the show that delay might have been what took Chippa out of focus. And that's why they conceded so early. Now, with the delay happening after the goal by Sundowns, and Stellenbosch hasn't been playing well so far, do you guys think this delay is going to help or is it going to hurt Stellenbosch? Personally, I think it's going to help Stellenbosch so that they can, just calm down, so that Stellenbosch can get back into the groove of things. I think they were katazeling there at the beginning, and Van Evangelos, the guy who's on the screen right now, is the DDC coach. I believe they're still first. I'll have to check, but they were first in the DDC. So you can tell this is what we want. Just sidebar. This is what we want when we talk about coaches having a through line. Van has been with Steve Barker ever since Tuks. Van was one of the senior coaches under 19 or something like that when Barker was at Tuks. The guy who's sitting next to him, the assistant coach Wesley, has also been with Barker since Tuks games. They're even going for CAF A license. They went for CAF A license together. That's what you mean when you say that there's a philosophy that goes through the whole club. So Barker plays a specific way. He's played that way for many years. Wesley's been with him, his right-hand man, DDC coach. Now, if you look at a team like Kaizer Chiefs, and this is just a sidebar conversation on the side. If you look at a team like Kaizer Chiefs, coach ubani, assistant ubani, development head ubani. And how do those people, how do those people come together, right? For example. So it's very interesting. That was just an interesting aside, but back to the question at hand. Oh, Tsuhu-san, they announced it today. Back to the question at hand. Does this break help or hurt Sundowns, or does it help or hurt Stellenbosch? I want to hear from you guys. Boss Mike says this game is fishy. Eddie L says those white pants are the reason Steadies is losing. Welcome, Malume Kutso. GT says this high pressure thing from Sundowns might cost us because they're playing long balls. Stemiko says you are right. Oti Masuluke has stage fright. Masuluke. Apparently, Linesman was marked by Sundowns for not taking an envelope. Heaven. Left side, we have problems. That side, but I hope on Lunga, this ref coming in barely moves when he refs. He barely moves when he's a linesman. Referee bias, as always. Again, how is that not a second yellow? Abongile says, hi, Oti, we know you want Sundowns to lose. Me? Heaven. KB says we're witnessing history. The fourth official is warming up mid-game. Yes, we are shocked. Letting listen for PSL, that guy's not fit for linesman. Hey, he says, Charas, hey guys, linesman, hey, Cherry Chabani is getting a weekly paycheck. Eh, banam, tinega. But they hate him. Didn't they say they hated him? Ah, the clock goes on. The clock goes on. We're going to get added time, agent. We're going to get added time. The clock, guys. Oh, still is. If I stop the clock, I'd be off. Come on. I do this. Yeah, Stellenbosch by the balls before the linesman incident. Now they have to start afresh. Why are you so biased? According to you, Stellenbosch is the one that's supposed to win. Who's saying that Stellenbosch is meant to win? Guys. They were building momentum. I think it will help Sundowns more. Hey, the comments are fun, man. OT, which team are you going with today? I am going with no team today. I'm a fan of football. Corny teaming Shy 5-1 this week. And then Corny team Eslesgu number 2. And we need trophy. Yes, 9 years. A trophy trout. Yeah, we know a team that nobody was expecting. So, I am a fan of football today. But you don't trust the Suns. Lunga was supposed to be sent off. How is not giving a second yellow? Ding, 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 ding. I'm no longer wishing good luck, Stelly, says Itu. Heaven. Oh, linesman. But we can't even get a proper angle here. What, is there like a limit as to how many cameras Supersport can have at this particular stadium? Why are we frozen now? Interesting, that ref went to the Sundown side and the other ref went to Staley. Both not offside, tactical sub because of speed. KB says Downs is threatening these refs. but honestly, game aside, it was the question I'd asked you guys. Well, it was something I brought up in the middle. We saw the friction that happened between Sundowns and Jelly Chabane on one of the games. Now, when that happens with the ref, and it was something that I had pointed out in the game because we had a discussion, I believe in the group, we had a discussion about this, where I was like, I don't like the fact that our referees are so accessible. Because now, if it's not Jelly, let me say it's Ref X, who has a history with the club, how does Ref X go and ref this game? Do they double down? And because, look, this team, Sundowns, look at how they were up in my face last time we were together. They were saying all the stuff. Do I double down to prove a point? Do I try even the score because I feel like I was wrong or right? It was the Lunga incident. Yes, it was the Lunga incident. It's very interesting. But anyway. Today I'm going with Sundowns. Finally. Rulani Mokwena, we call him Pep Light. Good for the ref. He switched the linesman because of Stelly's speed. Jelly wants to be a hero. He thinks that fans are there to see him officiate, says KB. The second offside is Stelly's is not offside. Hey, yay. Dang. Hey, when you don't have VAR. Okay, 42 minutes in. We had a lengthy stop there because two linesmen got injured. But truth be told, this hasn't been a classic game. Stellenbosch looked to be suffering a little bit from a stage fright. MAMELODI Sundowns did very well at the beginning of the game, but as the game has gone on, they've waned a little bit. But to be fair to Sundowns, this is what their MO has been for the season. Score the goal and then just see out the game. Don't try too hard to do too many things, which is how they've been playing, which is why they're unbeaten in the league and they've won the league already. So let's see. Seems like we have 40 minutes of added time in this match. It has to be at least 15. It has to be at least 15. Hey, Williams. Stellies will score in this game, says Untuli. Franco says, seems like we have had 40 minutes. Gary says, oil money spoiling EPL and platinum money corrupting the ABSA Premier League. Well, here's the funny part. If, and we're using a hypothetical, if there was match fixing going on and brown bags, and if there was that, I'd imagine if there's only one other team that could stand up to East Sundowns money-wise, if that's what you guys are trying to say. Stelly's owner's net worth is 140 to 160 billion rand more than Tate Motsepe. So I don't want to entertain that thing, but look, if we're talking money for money, Stelly is far ahead of Sundowns money for money. It's just that they don't want to spend it. They're obsessed with doing things the right way and developing the right way and developing and all of that stuff. Sundowns looking a bit shady, says Keketso. The pain in Charena this week. Yo. Like, I'm watching DDC football. There's no... But I did tell you guys that at the beginning of this whole thing that this match is not going to be pound for pound, edgy. It's not going to be that. It's going to be a very cagey game. The game that's going to be exciting is going to be the final. And it's only going to be exciting because of Pirates. If I'm being 100% honest, only going to be exciting because there's the possibility that Pirates is going to have their tails up and they're going to play hard. Are they saying a possible handball? Let's see. Oh, Grant. Kana Grant is playing against his former coach. I'm watching from Nairobi today. Hopefully we'll win this one. Yay! For now, OT, wait until his ego is bruised by Sundowns. Mang, Malume Kutso. No one can convince me that these... No, I don't want to. 13 minutes. Okay, 13 minutes added on. That's not a lot. I thought they were going to do at least like 15, 20. Vinny says, Stellenbosch has been robbed here. Is being robbed. Lloyd said 30 minutes. It looks like it's 13. Was it only 13 minutes? It felt like it was longer. We watched a man warm up. Yeah, Pirates, or there's something else. We don't have pains. But if it wasn't for Masulu, Castellis would be winning, says ADL. Okay, guys, so because we're heading over to halftime in about 12 minutes' time, this is how halftime works. I'm going to let in 6 people. We're going to speak about this game, and you guys can tell me what you saw in that first half. And then, should we get to 15,000 likes, I'll keep it open in the second half. So I'll keep it open. Everybody will be able to come in. I'll give you a minute to say your piece about whatever's happening at that time, and we'll keep it rolling. But we need to get to 15,000 likes for me to keep it open. Otherwise, 6 people. I'll allow in 6 people for halftime. We'll have a chat about what we've seen in this game, and then we'll go from there. Guys, Oscarine Kimbob, guys. Okay, no, let me not say Kimbob. Oscarine is a mistake waiting to happen. He's a mistake waiting to happen. You see, like, again, this is the Stellenbosch I know in terms of defense. They're compact. They're compact. Look at where Van Rooyen is picking up the ball. Look at how they have, what, 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's another one that side. No, yeah, 4. They've got, I think it's Basadine or somebody. They're in the middle, holding down just in front of the defense, adding an extra man. This is the Stellenbosch I know. They frustrate you. They hit you on a counter. What they were doing in the first half, I don't know what that first half was about. But now they've dug a semi-grave for themselves because Mamelodi Sundowns doesn't have to do much. They're leading. Oh, here comes Sundowns. Here comes Sundowns goal. Why is Shasha playing wide? Can somebody please explain to me why Shasha's playing wide? It's not the first time he's gotten a ball in that area and hasn't been able to do something about it. Okay, maybe not super wide this time, but he's positioning there. Utsukile Oscar, they had 6 players behind the ball. That's what they are. That's what they do. Look at where Shasha is, guys. Huh? Are they trying to make him a white forward now or what? This is interesting. Playing wide, Rulani overcoaching again. Yeah, I don't get it, Gary. I feel like for the past few games, we've watched Sundowns play compact. Like we watched them kill teams down the center. But they're going wide. Okay. What's nice is that Ribeiro's giving Tshwane off. Ribeiro's giving Tshwane off. We haven't seen Tshwane be very instrumental. Ribeiro seems to be taking that role of like a 10. I just don't understand Shasha's placement here. No Tshwane. I would much rather have Ribeiro going to fetch the balls, playing in a 10, and have Tshwane not necessarily going and staying in that left channel, but running into that left channel to allow Shasha to be central. Right? Oh, Oscarine. Hi, Oscarine today. Ribeiro is scoring goals these days. Itu says they want to cover Chiefs Nedbank. Tutu says, I'm also confused why he's there. You need him in the box, not there. He can't cross to save his life. It's weird playing wide Sundowns when they can't switch play with one kick. Malume Kuto says, Sundowns has a lot of supporters Cape compared to other provinces. Jaro said they're trying to keep him happy. He's not scoring goals. Tshwane says Shalule finished his season goals. Uponi says, but we're not testing this Steelers goalkeeper. Ariel, I can confirm the sponsors are currently happy. 150 rand tickets for the final. Tshwane should play higher up but slightly wide. That's what I'm saying. Have Tshwane, and that's how they usually, that's what Tshwane used to play. Like if you remember correctly, Sundowns would call it a 4-3-3 and have Shalulile, Ribeiro, and Tshwane. But then Tshwane would be dropping into the pocket, and then they wouldn't necessarily use the left-hand side unless Masego was on the pitch. I think all of this movement is confusing Tshwane. Maybe that's why we're not seeing the best of him, honestly speaking. We haven't seen him. He's been disappearing in games. I think that's why he's been disappearing in games. Because it's either they're crossing balls, and when you cross balls, you bypass, you sort of bypass your number 10s and your central mid, right? You sort of bypass them to play that wide ball and cross. But even now, Ribeiro's dropping into the 10 and playing the ball. Tshwane is not necessarily. It feels like Rulani is trying to accommodate Tshwane and Shalulile. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm trying to say. Stosh says this game was won on the board. Lusa says Riva Kekana pairing is not make sure. Marako go sometimes they're crazy. How can you play Masuluke over Stevens? I also, when I saw it on the starting lineup, I don't know. Matthews, where is he playing? Ghana Matthews is also here. Hi, man. Ghana Matthews is also here. Interesting. He seems to be out there. He's out on the right there, just chilling. Or what? Because Muda was pushing all the way up into his space. So why not play Matthews on the left, put Shasha in the middle, let Ribeiro have that free roll thing he's been dropping back into. I don't. Yeah. You know what? I'll hear you guys. I'll hear you guys. The Sundowns lineup is confusing, says Tutu. Boni says Shalulile must go out. Yeah, I'd also take him out, eh? Martinez in this game. Martinez. Eh? Martinez, what are you obviously? In this game would be incredible, I think. Would be incredible, especially with Ribeiro dropping back. Martinez would be incredible. I can see why man Martinez wabato. So there's no other games really to look out for. If we look at that bench, there's Morena, there's Nku, there's Esquivel, there's Lodge, there's Mbule, there's Mkulisi, there's Mudiba Mvala. Obviously Morena came in there for Divine Lunga. Yes, you're right. He's trying Zwane next season. He's not going to play many games. Shasha must try, says Jarois. Jarwa. Okay, remember guys, you have to be following me in order to join my panel. How you join the panel is that when I say at the bottom of your screen, there'll be a button that appears that says multi-guest. Oh, falling asleep there. Falling asleep there. Yellow card, unnecessary. Oh, Muloisan, what's happening today, Muloisan? Here one. Zwane in the South American can play double 10 with the Namibian striker and Rivaldo as anchor. Poor officiating in South African football is killing our football, beautiful game and love for SA football. Gary says Pep is overcoaching. Lodge, there's even Lodge on the bench. Ukwana no Lodge. Unyoso. Yeah, Tshwane, you did say Muloisan is off, eh? Him and Toure are usually such a very good pairing at the back. Yes, Malome Chasti, yes, it is a semi-final. I don't think it's a red card. I don't think that one was a red card. I don't know if it counted as dogs or just yet. The reason why we've gone over by so much is still first half. The linesman pulled something. He pulled a hammy or something, and we needed to stop the game for a little bit while the fourth official became a linesman. How is he doing? There he is. Hey, if there was an offside, you wouldn't have seen it. Linesman. Was the sub legal without the official approval, or the fourth official is allowed to do it? Well, I think they're allowed to do it, but what I also saw was both coaches were consulted. So they did speak to both coaches. Ucheli called them over and he spoke to them with the match commissioner also there. So it might be that you have to just have the consent of both teams. Yes, it's still first half. It's still first half. It's still first half. We're deep in linesman injury time. We're deep in linesman injury time. Titus is a star. It destroyed Lunga and the linesman in 30 minutes. Okay, halftime. Remember that you have to be following me, guys, in order to be able to jump in. I'm going to allow in 6 people, and we are 1,000 likes away from 15,000. Then I'll keep it open for the rest of the second half. So let's just open up and allow the first panel in so that we can have a conversation about this game that we're seeing right now. I'm going to let in 6 people, then I will roll in the second half. It seems like we're going to get to the 50K limit that I had set there. Let me see who's here. I just want to let them in. I just want to let them in. Stepfather.
Uthi
Oh, egamini lakho uminye awungeni nokungena but mawusubukela abanye uyakhona ukungena ngiyakubona stepfather.
no iPirates ngifake esikweletini uthi mina njalo ngenza ama-braai manje. Yabona manje ngiseyikweletini le bele iPirates le but asikho lapha.
Ngitsheleke Cape udwaba uboneni kule first half.
I saw a photo which is Rulani doing what his father does. Omdala wakho sono aerobics Stellenbosch but that substitution yalunga. That was the filming. That one.
Yeah.
I don't think the Stellenbosch guys is so funny. What Ulunga was going to be substituted there when he was supposed to be there. But then the Stellenbosch is going to come back on it again. Sundowns is doing what I don't know. I've never seen them playing like that. They're just playing like Basab. I don't know. If you're talking for Nurev and his assistant, I'm mistakes, okay. I was remaining now. But then the second half is going to come back to Stellenbosch. Sami, you might as well shang a second half to Stellenbosch. But the first half was Taga. We saw the ref doing a match instead of the player. Sundowns doing what I don't know could be that. And there's so nothing there. But then for me, first half, I'm going to next. To be honest, you will see the second half. Maybe
Okay. Ngathi yakhatha man, ngathi yakhatha. Let me go to Ukumo. Ukumo, welcome to the show, my brother. How are you?
Sure, how's everyone doing?
All right, man, Kumo. Kumo, tell me, what did you see from this game? What have you seen so far?
What a game, ne? It gave me those Phillies game, of season Kasi tournaments, South African flavor style. I've never seen so many quantums in the parking lot. I support the Shem. My son down from Victoria. What do you want, Amara? Okay, pretty game, I thought we started off so well until our momentum was halted when Divine was substituted because of he was struggling, He was struggling, hence why we had to bring in Morena. And like he was clumsy, he could have easily had a red card. Thank God, Rarabella, because if not for the fourth official having a hamstring injury, he was out. If not being fair, And those two offsides were not offsides, but then teams like Pirate, Les Sundowns, we don't benefit from referees, we get the benefit of the doubt by one. So if you want to argue, you're going to Zurena. But it's fine. We were going to win anyway, regardless of the benefit of the decisions. This game, once these teams are not scared of each other. No one is playing cowardly against each other. I feel like a lot of obviously they are taking us, but they aren't really threatening. If not for that, this are not legit goal. There's nothing really to say Stellenbosch was a threat. Yes, we've been I'm hesitant. Because how slow defense our defenders can be. Mara, we had the better chances. Unfortunately, Peter Shalulile, this time I gave him blame. Like the balls he received, one was under his feet, so he couldn't really get there a shot on target proper. And the other one that was a major one, he was too hasty, he took too many touches, and the defense made a great tackle. But even then, we still had Bumushishi playing beautiful football, even though this game in the was scraping. But it happens. It's a semi-final, and congratulations to the Pirates for playing Confed Cup next year, because Stellenbosch reigns.
Okay, Mar. Now I'm gonna come back. Let me go to Agent. Agent, welcome to the show, my brother. How are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm okay. Tell me about this game.
Firstly, let me say this about the refs before I exercise some demons in the comment sections, since it's a Sunday. I think for me, like I said, I would have loved Abutukusu to be here, to be honest, or Maronza as former refs, or any other former ref or refs, because for me, the guy that I know there is is a referee, you know, and like Kabutu rightly pointed out, he's not one of the most energetic referees out there, you know. So first thing first, can a ref do linesman jobs, because those are different kind of jobs. That's why they're specialized, you know. And even if that's the case, wouldn't a better decision would have been, since Jelly Chavan is more quicker, would it have made sense that maybe he becomes the linesman and that guy becomes the ref, you know? Because what they did now, it shows the weakness that it has been done, right? They have taken him to the Sundowns side because Sundowns doesn't necessarily play on the counter, and taken that other ref, switched him to that other side because Staley's plays on the counter, you know? So what does that say now about Sundowns counter attacks that might happen? You know, are you gonna suffer or Staley suffer? You know?
Yeah,
So I think
yeah.
the match officials, they should have been mature about it, you know? Now, to the few incidences, firstly, sometimes choosing role models is important. I think Shavane's role model is Victor Gomes, you know. Not
Yeah.
every foul should be a yellow card. The first fouls, the first yellow card on Lunga and the first yellow card on Jaden, they were not reckless challenges. They were not challenges that were worthy of a yellow card, especially in the first few minutes, you know. Just let the game go, you know. Because now you have put yourself in a tough position with Ulunga, you know, when he makes that challenge, you know, when that could have easily been his first caution, you know, because again now, because you didn't warn him for the first, remember guys, a foul is not necessarily a yellow card, you know, so he didn't warn him for the first one. He had to kind of give him a warning before he gives him the second one, you know. And it is stated in Law 12, those who are interested in reading Law 12, you know, read Law 12 that a referee has the privilege to warn a player before he gives him a caution. And usually, and what we've seen is 2 questions, the third one you're out. You know? So, but anyways, we forget about that. A good sub by Rulani, a tactical sub, not just any sub. You know, it was not replacing like for like. It was a good sub because we have seen neutralized Titus that side. You know, because Titus was giving Lunga a problem, so you have bought speed for speed and they've cancelled out each other. You know, the natural sub would have been Umudiba, you know. And lastly, I think Obas is playing very well. He's all over the field. I'm impressed with him. Kuti, obviously, and who else? And Shalile. The mesh box is not yet back. The mesh box is not yet back. The mesh is not yet back, but it's fine. It will come back. It's fine. And then on the Staleys quickly, I don't know for what good reason. The coach decided for Oscarin instead of
Stevens.
Stevens. The only thing that makes sense in my mind is maybe he thought they'll get a quick goal, and then you know Oscarin's speciality when it comes to time wasting. That's just about the only thing, because in terms of instead of crosses, you don't play crosses. So for what good reasons would you say Oscarin over Sage, you know? But again, good game, to be honest. Let me give us a chance, but it's a good game.
Okay. I'm gonna come back. Tshwane, welcome to the show, my brother. How are you?
I'm alright. Afternoon, George, and everyone on your panel.
Tell me about this game.
Man, a bit of a slow start for both teams, I must say. You know, but I think also the mistakes, you know, are what's the difference between the two games. Both teams making a couple of mistakes here and there, especially in the last line of defense. You know, Sundowns able to get away with it. You know, I think Lunga at some point has made a couple of mistakes, you know, that are questionable. There was a time where Stelis were attacking, and Modauli also, he was caught on the wrong side, you know, of the field. Stelis could not capitalize on that. But you look at Sundowns, they got that one chance. They scored that one chance, you know. Not very fluid today, you know, not playing as to how we would have wanted to see them play or how we see them play as usual. I think Stelis only after that first goal, they started finding themselves again, because they play so compact. I think in the first 15, 20 minutes of the game, everyone was a bit lost in the Stellis camp, but they try to get their organizational structure back together, trying to say, guys, when we defend, you need so many people behind the ball. I also think that De Jong is playing a bit too deep, I know he likes dropping and collecting and releasing rainers, but when you're playing against a team of Sundowns caliber, you're playing against Abo Tembazwane in that middle of the park, Abo Ribeiro in that middle of the park. It's not going to be easy for you to dispossess them and play your natural game. So what you rather need to do is to talk to your guy that's playing number 6 to say, look, every ball that you win, I'll open up, but I'm not going to drop in too deep, right? Unless we are under immense pressure, we have to defend this. But he's dropping unnecessarily, so that gives Sundown space, to maneuver around. I mean, if you look at Tembazwane is not doing much, he's not trying to tie himself out. He's just doing the basics today. He's just doing the basics, and that's where he's going to hit Stellies, because every time when his teammate is looking for him, you have about 2-3 players of Stellies trying to move, into the right direction of Tembazwane. So he's creating that space for them. So what I'd like to see is to see Matthews play in a bit more inside. He's playing a bit too wide, Shalulile Lena is not playing centrally. So what they need to do now, you need to see Matthews come in, play in a bit closer with Shalulile. Same as Tembazwane, even if he's playing in the left pocket, let him not go wide, because you don't have a Maseko and you're not relying on crosses. Just make sure that Shalulile remains centrally, and then the two, Matthews and Zwane, just support him and give him that balance so that he doesn't need to drift too much on the sides, because he's drifting too much on the side. But so far, it's a semi-final game. I think we're seeing the same game we saw yesterday. Not much happening, just grinding for results. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing today.
Let me bring you Austin.
I have to Chilike.
How moya what's your can Austin?
Gore di referee tsena di a re tena, because if ne re na le VAR nonsense ne ntse ba etsa ka Stellenbosch ka be ha etsa it can be ba ropa bana ba bang ha ba tshwara bolo fela phala ya lla, mara ha Sundowns se etsa diphoso ha o bona hali next awa e dia moral ya bana ba bang e ya re bora ke tsebina wa ho sabe le mehato e tswang for di referees because ba nyahamisa bana ba bang game yona e mnate ke bone Stellenbosch se tswile ntse ke nahana re se tla tsoa ene hape Abdul today bothata ba o ke ka ikutla o bitsetsa bo rulani o bolela Pirates the way ke eng o batla o tswa ko Chiefs mo ya Sundowns Singapore ko Pirates tsamaya
Austin ke fan ya football today, fan of football.
O bizo rene ke tsa ma Pirates le mona le bo rulani the way din the best Abdul tsamaya
fan of football today. Aka para jersey ya Chiefs, aka para next ki host ka jeno.
Host yena le mlomo e favor Pirates le Sundowns.
Ai.
Kumametse.
Togele
Tsamaya.
Let me bring in
Ya bona abdi khutso o tshelletse ka hanong ke gola o sane tlalo bina mapagane a le babedi kwana a stele sisteta o tla Sundowns.
Na ke tulela hae ke tshelle di Chiefs tsa rona ke sharp let me go back up to stepfather yo phela kanjani le game.
I need to borrow the accent ya agent for the speaker as well as my man. Because Upike doesn't understand me when I say things, but you can only hear Ukumo no agent, because they're using this stiff computer English. So but on the serious note, they're gonna come back, Stellenbosch. They're gonna come back, mark my words, they're gonna bring in that boy fan big. Very late defense is still shaky. For the first time I saw him down falling in Maga Aura. And I saw Olunga that side falling in Maga Titans. They still have the super sub on the bench. They're gonna bring in that boy And Urenas is already overpowering those boys. So
Okay.
can you imagine with Van Rooyen, with Van Veet,
Van Veek.
Reiners, Ora, Titus, I see Stellenbosch winning this game. Not because I hate Sundowns. It's but I see Stellenbosch winning this game.
Okay.
Come to the game, come back to me and ask me, I'll still say the same. I see Stellenbosch winning this game. You're gonna come back and then win it.
Kumo, how does this game end?
Definitely, we're gonna win. Especially now the launch is on. It's gonna be tough for Stellenbosch. But to be honest, and I understand how it's a final game and the pressure is immense. You would swear this game was played in Pretoria because of the Sundowns supporters. And also, like playing at home at Stellenbosch in such a packed venue where it's so close, where like you can literally hear the fans' conversations. And you know how mean and brutal our fans can be, Wawan. So the pressure and the honors, it's on Stellenbosch to try and get something out of it. But we've seen from the game what they can actually do. But if only they remain true to their philosophy and style of play, definitely they can't go toe to toe with Sundowns. We've got quality, but if they can stick to do what they were doing in the first 15 to 20 minutes, they're gonna be great because they've got speedy attackers and arguably they've got one of the best informed strikers and Reiners. If they press us, they press us hard, and they continue their transition in a speedily manner, they can cause troubles for us. But the realities are, it's easier said than done. And as a fan and someone watching from a TV set, it's simple to say such things. But honestly, I anticipate Sundowns winning by a 3-goal margin.
Okay. Stellenbosch there with another chance there by Rangers. We are back in the second half, just add 45 minutes to whatever my timer says. We've gone over the 15,000 likes that I have asked for. So if you want to jump in, please request. I'll let you in. I'm just finishing with the guys that were here half time. Agent, how does the game end?
I don't see Stellenbosch scoring goal, to be honest. Unless they change play, because what Sundowns has done is because it's a small pitch, they've closed it up. Because now Williams is way above the the D line. He's way above it. So the moment they try to play the long balls, it reaches to him quicker. And now that we have Spitfires in Motaung and Moran, that's going to be a bit difficult. So I think one of the players has to try a long shot so that he can push Williams a bit down. I think that could help to get that space that they need for Reiners. And I don't know for what good reason coach is taking out Matthews, especially in the first half. I don't think Matthews performed that badly compared to Shalulile, to be honest. And why couldn't do it for the 65th minute? But anyways, it's okay, it's fine. But for me, I don't see Stelli's scoring. So maybe I think it ends this way. Or maybe 20.
Okay. Tshwane, how does this game end?
It's a difficult one to say. Stellis can find Reiners mode, he'll get a goal. Because he's one of those guys that likes to get into the box, right? Sundowns also, they need to stem their authority to get a second goal. So I'm seeing a 2-1 win for Sundowns, though it will be difficult because from here on, the team that makes a mistake will be punished, and if you look at, and I did mention that Obers sometimes he's a bit casual. He lost the ball, and Stellis came in knocking, So Stellis, what they need to do, they need to keep on pressing Sundowns, because Sundowns guys, they're very slow. They need to keep on pressing them. This is a very small field. They can afford to press them for a good 15 minutes, and just put on the pressure and see if Sundowns will crack or not. But seeing a 2-1 win for Sundowns.
Okay. Ausentabie, if fellas one came in.
Re tla di penalty.
Ow. Di-penalty tsa 1-1 or di-penalty tsa 2-2 or 3-3?
Tsa 2-2 khona e tlo chase Stellenbosch e khutla mo ha e tlo bapala le bona o ba bona hore na ba tarakane jwale di-referee tseo tse ba favorelang ke a bona sa bapala ba le 14 ka hare ba tla bapala ba le 12 it's fine but re tlo ya di-penalty.
Oh, okay, wasn't
Bona fault e entsweng ke Lunga no je Lunga why a sa refuwa for ho hata ngwane lo mo why is ba a place ene hona landsman eo e emi ka ntle ka kwa why tlamela o emisa bolo because ka ba motho ba mo lokisetsa di-benching tsa bana ba kamora ditulo ka kwa ka match wa tswela pele. Hai.
Okay, wasn't that ke tla o botsa hapa se fela match hore di-penalty tsa o di kry-ile na.
As long as fela bana ba thusang Sundowns hore e wine ba ntse ba ropa bana ba bang ba re 2 goals ya bona ke di-offside even no che ke ba e line-ile mo ha ona offside mo. So no jena Stellenbosch se leader 2-1 mara because of bona bana le bo referee that's why bona bana le 1 goal Stellenbosch ile 0.
Okay, so tabi re ke bulele ba bang ba kenele bona. Thank you, Tabi. Okay, so this is what I've seen. Before I let the guys in, the people in the queue in, guys, it's open. I did get the 15,000 likes, so feel free to request. The first half was interesting. It's interesting because both teams have weaknesses that haven't been exploited. Mamelodi Sundowns and Oscarine, they can take advantage of Oscarine. Oscarine was the wrong choice to make. When you're going into this game, should have just stayed with Sage Stevens, unless there's something wrong with Sage Stevens. But that's who you should have gone with. A lot of the defensive problems, I believe, from the first few minutes of that game came from communication and not having the same type of leader at the back. And Oscar Rinchem, he looks a bit what's he kanyana, so maybe he'll look a bit better. On the Sundown side, they themselves, in as much as they're leading, they didn't look very good. We didn't know what Matthews was doing. We don't know what Tembazwan is doing today. Shalulile had been going wide. They hadn't been putting together all of the passes that they have in order to take advantage of this. Could have been a red card. Probably should have been a red card there with Ulunga, if not for the linesman getting into some injury trouble himself there. But there was a messy first half. Both teams only got 2 chances on target. Obviously, Sundown scored. Stellenbosch had a goal disallowed, which was meant to be onside. A lot happened that was not to do with the actual game or to make the game actually exciting. So let's see how the second half pans out. There have been changes made. Lodge has come on for MAMELODI SUNDOWNS. And let's see if maybe Super Sub Van Beek can come in later on. And we'll see Stellenbosch play a bit better. Stellenbosch is usually much more disciplined in how they set up. They lost that discipline at the beginning of that first half. It's a team that usually sits back and then hits you on the counter. But they were trying to play this open pound-for-pound game with MAMELODI SUNDOWNS. And I think that kind of hurt them a little bit because that midfield was open and the defense shem. Abomolo Sane, as Tshwane said, was struggling. So let's see if in the second half they can just go back to their principles, play a simple game, hit them on the counter, get Reyners on the ball, maybe bring in Van Beek to put that MAMELODI SUNDOWNS team under pressure. A very slow MAMELODI SUNDOWNS team there at the back. Let me see who is here. I had seen Wahib as well. Wahib, you can come back, bro. As well. Oratile, how are you? Hey, man. Guys, please request again. Oratile and Wahib. For some reason, it kicked you off. If we can get Oratile back. But yeah, let's see what they're going to do. I want to see in this second half, I want to see Sundowns play more centrally. I think all of us will agree that Sundowns has looked much more dangerous over the past few weeks when they figured out that guys just played down the middle. Wing play is not their strength, and it honestly just confuses Shalulile and Zwane. They're not quite sure where to go, where to play, where to run, how to get the ball and what to do with it, because they're not used to playing these high balls. They're not used to playing these wide balls. I could say the same for Stellenbosch to say, you know what, keep it simple. You don't have to do all of this other work for no reason. Rev. Oh, jelly. I have a feeling we'll score and win this game 3-1. Rulani is not seeing that Shalili is costing us, says Uponi. That's why I'm like, you know, when I talk about Themba Zwane, for example, has Themba Zwane been bad, or has Themba Zwane just not been given the type of game that he plays, that he's good at? That's my question. Sundowns itself, we've all been speaking about the chameleon, all of that stuff. Guys, over the past few games that Sundowns has played outside of ES Tunis, they've looked so good going up the middle, combining, playing passes with each other, understanding each other, moving. They've looked so good. Why then default to a wide game that's only going to give you two shots on target? They've got the same amount of shots on target that Stellenbosch has in this game. And you can see people are lost. Matthews was lost. When do I go wide? When do I come back in? Because they're playing a football that Matthews himself, a guy who's been playing over the past few games, has not played. Why change it right now? So let's see what happens. Lodge is now onto the pitch. Maybe Unyoso can be the Nyoso that Rulani always speaks about.
That's the Nyoso I don't want another Nyoso. I didn't bring the other Nyoso. I brought the Nyoso that I need. Because that's not the Nyoso that I want. The Nyoso I want is got pressure, stress, he's dodgy, he's dribbling, he's shot, he's assist, he's breaking them. This is the Nyoso I want. Now when I don't get the Nyoso, then
no, that's what I'm saying, that Themba Zwane, I don't think, and when we say bad, it's maybe in Themba Zwane's sake, it's less influential. And for me, it feels like when you start doing those type of things, you lose some of the players. It's almost like the team has to carry those players. If Themba Zwane is not on the ball and playing on the ball, he's not tackling. He might be creating space for others, but he's not tackling. Obviously, again, he's not being forward influential. So then, at what point do you go, rather ngimkhiphe uThemba, if ngizofoster le system, ngimkhiphe uThemba once, and let Themba or somebody else come in that can play the system that I play. You play Williams, you play Zwane, you play Shalulile. That means for me, not Williams, Matthews, Zwane, Shalulile. That's three players that you've essentially sacrificed. Three parts of your team that you've essentially sacrificed in order to play this long ball football, right? Look at what Ribeiro has been doing over the past few weeks when he's allowed to play centrally. Oh, offside. When he's allowed to play centrally, when he's allowed to drop back and connect and be influential. When, funny enough, Umatinas is on the pitch, and the way they understand each other and the movement, you know, why then go wide? Why then go wide? Themba Zwane in this game, he's playing bad because of the system. He has been playing bad because of the system for a very long time. But luckily, Sundowns is a winning team, so they're not very... their mistakes are not as pronounced. Oratile, try request again. Try request again, because I'm not seeing you on my invite screen. So try and request again, and I'll let you in. Same with Wahib as well. I would sub Themba from Kulisi to control the game more. I would have taken out Ushasha, to be honest with you. KB says 99 offsides already. Sundowns is playing a great high line in defense, and Reyners is suffering. Reyners is also rushing. Some of those offsides are really unnecessary. The one most recent now, he was running, he ran a bit too early. There we go, Ratile's back. Guys, you can request, it's open. Come in, I give you a minute, you can tell me what you think about the game. Oh, Ratile, welcome.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good and you?
I'm good. We want to game, Yakajet.
We really have something to go in to go ballet to Babana.
Marana ki tseke batla Stellenbosch re kene man. How?
No go ballet to go ballet go very conduct go win. Go win. My go burn key. Burning yan. Key win yan. Standard.
Mara o shebile match ena e ka gutla Stellenbosch gaming en. Hona le nako phela.
Nugget. Kids. Aneta.
You're not sure? Mara Stellenbosch ke mo e ko number 2 ko league.
Yeah, na pela na. E ko number 2. Mago banata number ko win yan. Of yeah.
Jwale o thabetse final ge ke mo o ikrile final ya o tlo ikira final ya hao. Ha e ka fela the way o rileng ka teng. So it was Stellenbosch, it was Sundowns le Pirates. We bona jwang eo. O e thabetse yona.
Because it's gonna tough one. It's gonna tough one.
It's not.
I like Banayan. Yeah?
Good luck, it's a 12-1.
Tough. It's gonna tough.
Hey.
I like Paragali. They can do.
Okay.
I like Paragali can do. They're gonna tough. Yo. Can't didn't make a wicket.
Okay. Hey, Oratile. Thank you for joining me. After game, but I say win Stellenbosch. Kadala. Okay, so a sum has been made. Mkuli says come in for Uzwane. Like I said, Zwane has been out of it over the past few games. And again, can you sacrifice a player just so that you can play the system that you want to see here? Stellenbosch has been playing a lot better in the second half. They just a little bit sloppy when they have to go to the end. Lusa MK says, Kekana has also lost today. Too many wrong passes. I think we need Mkulise now. You got Mkulise, which is good. You got Mkulise. Great change for Steve. Van Veek is a smart attacker. Van Veek will beat this trap. Let's see. Esquivel can cause chaos here. Mali, I'm telling you. I don't know if it's because they are all Spanish. Rulani was calling it the Spanish guitar. I don't know if it's because they are all Spanish or what, Mara. They have an understanding, man, when they play together there that, I think is missing a little bit in the Sundowns team right now. Agent, second half has been a little bit different.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask then, the Lodge sub, what has he done? I'm not hitting on it. What has he done?
This is team. Still same king, different players, same players, same system.
Exactly. It's a system thing. Yes, it doesn't make you say. So now the sub that you should have been making is now taking Zwane out and bringing in Lodge. You get, and you still have that agility of what is this guy's name? Matthews and Lodge. Because Mkulise won't play the Zwane role. Lodge can play the Zwane role. Because Mkulise plays the Islander role. He's a progressive midfielder, it's not a creative midfielder. So sometimes when you criticize this kind of decisions where you say maybe it's the love that we see between them, it's to the detriment of the team. Because again, on the downside is, what does that do to a young player like Matthews when you substitute him at halftime? We understand you are struggling and he's on a yellow. But a youngster like that, and you knocking his confidence down. So
I think, Agent, just to ask a similar but different question. This system, you guys have played some incredible football over the past few games outside of like the ES Tunis game, and it felt like Sundowns was going back to that central attacking thing. But now you've got Shasha out of position, playing some sort of half wing, left forward type thing. Sharuri, not Ribeiro, Matthews and Tshwane go missing throughout. Umlungisi, we were giving him credit. But now what's happening again? How do you feel about this system?
he's like a kid, who when you praise him, he gets overexcited. And he begins to try and do more to prove to you that yes, I deserve more praise. And that's the problem, that it's working. Why are you fixing it? Bro, can I fixing it? Play your normal football. So let's stay out wide, stay in the middle, not go out wide. It's like the avant-garde situation yesterday. And I made a reference to Shaul Leather. The reason why Shaul really goes out wide is for drag defenders.
Yeah.
But if defenders are not following you, why are you going out wide? But okay, fine. Even if you go out wide, who's tagging into the middle? Because then we have balls which are being cut through and no one is there. So he sometimes gets overexcited. I think he hates praise. I think he likes it when you criticize him. I think when you criticize him, he makes the right decisions. When you praise him and sing rulani songs, he gets overexcited and starts making these funny tactical decisions.
Okay, Agent. Thank you, my brother. Guys, it is open. So if you have any thoughts about the game, jump in and let's have a convo about what we are seeing over here. Yeah, it's what we were speaking about. We've been speaking about, especially towards the end of the season, well, the end of this past time with MAMELODI Sundowns. It feels as though he does some of these things for change's sake instead of to make them play, right? I think Ribeiro's crying out for a partner. He's crying out for somebody to play with him. But there's no one, they're all so far away from each other. Let me put it like that. They're all so far away from each other that when they get to the front, they then have to try to do these extravagant balls and try to put them into spaces, right? Instead of just bring the guys closer together. We were all praising Matthews just past game. For what reason? All we were saying was, Matthews doesn't do what Masego does. Masego ufurugale ayokrosa. Matthews was here playing balls to Morena. Matthews was here scoring from Abo Esquivel, Abo Ribeiro. They were all playing here. Why now move them all out? It doesn't make sense when you've seen something work. If that makes it, you get me? When you've seen something work before, why would you change it? Especially in a game, I must remind you that Sundowns had one attack where they looked dangerous and they put it into the back through Umudau. Other than that, what has been happening? But anyway, Sanzo, welcome.
Hey, OT, long time.
It's been a while.
Hey, yeah, man, Premier League, Champions League's got me by the rope.
Tell me, what are you seeing from this game, Senzo?
I'm not surprised that we're having a low scoring game. It's number one versus number two. They're gonna be scared of each other as much as they are gonna attack each other. One thing I am seeing a lot, and I think we're not talking about, is I think the sad truth is coming out this season that Shalulile is a good player. Don't take nothing away from him, but he's not that elite. When it's coming to crunch time games, big games, he's struggling. He wants to take an extra touch. He's in the wrong position. He's shooting off. And Sundowns is suffering because of him. I feel like if they hadn't maybe started with him and Ribeiro still came on as a camp striker, maybe Sundowns would have been scoring a lot more goals. You know, Matthews is a good player. We've seen it. I don't think anyone. Lodge is surprisingly, putting his hand up. So the only player I'm seeing at Sundowns is really struggling is Shalulile. And I'm not saying he's not bad. I'm just thinking that maybe this crop of players is just above him. Maybe the intensity of the game is just above him. He is good, but not good enough. Coming to Stellenbosch, I'm quite shocked. I was expecting them to be, more direct, especially De Jong.
Yes.
De Jong is one of the most cleverest players I've ever seen in South African football. Super smart player, but he suffered in this game, and I think more than anything is because Allende. You can't mark Allende, and Allende is always everywhere, So he suffered a bit with that one, but other than that, like De Jong, expecting a lot from him. I can't lie. I was expecting a lot. Adams is class. That boy, he's doing what he needs to do. Like, that's why Sundowns isn't having, I think Agent was talking about it, that we are playing too far apart. And yes, it's because maybe Mokwena's not there, but I have a big feeling it's because Adams is always in the right position. He doesn't give them that space to, play the way they want to be playing. So yeah, besides that, we might see another goal and it goes to penalties, But yeah, man, Reyners, it's just said that Stellenbosch doesn't have someone who can replace Reyners, because as much as Reyners he's having an off game. He's having an off game. No chances, no good runs. He's always offside. He's not doing nothing, sadly. So if they had someone, another striker, maybe replace him, maybe, because the sad part is when you keep a player that you trust, you're always gonna be trying to pass him. Even if he's having an off game, you're still gonna keep passing him. So if you remove him from the field, then you open it up for other players, to try other things. Because you have someone like Titus, you have someone like Van Dijk, you have Torre. You can still punish these people. You can definitely still punish these people.
Okay, Senzo. Before I let you go, where do you fall on the systems conversation we're speaking about with Mamelodi Sundowns? That I feel like they have an answer. They have the answer, but for some reason, Coach Rulani keeps trying different other methods.
The sad part is that I'm not saying Rulani is not a good coach, but for his system to work, he needs brilliant players who are very good thinkers. Hence, he's bought players like Matthews. Hence, he's bought players like Lodge. Hence, he's bought players like Esquivel. That his formation needs high-class players. So you're gonna start seeing the good players that we trust. Abo Zwane start to fall off. Abo Shalulu start to fall off, because the what he wants is maybe just above what South African players are comfortable with. So yeah, for me, the system will always work. If you have the right players. You look at Man City, even like how they buy. They always buy smart players who can play multiple positions, and that's what Rulani does now. So players who are one-dimensional, like Marcelo, they're gonna suffer. They are going to suffer. Zwane, they're going to suffer. As I say, that Lodge scored. He needs you need smart players to play in Rulani's system. So Sundowns will still get better, but I feel like we're gonna see a lot of players fall off Sundowns bandwagon, and it's gonna be sad to see.
Okay. No, Senzo, thank you so much for joining me. Before I go to Zwad, guys, Sundowns have scored. It is 2-0. Temminkosi Lodge has scored the second goal for Sundowns. It is 2-0 now. They're 2-0 up versus this Stellenbosch team. Jaden Adams has been taken off, as well as Dino van Rooyen now have been taken off for Palace. Palace has just come on, and also Usbande. Like I said, look at that attack. It was very direct, very straight down the middle. The defense was going all over the place. Look, man, Mamelodi Sundowns, if they could just tweak it, this system, they could just tweak it, this system, you could have a lot of this. a lot of these type of goals, a lot of this type of play, because he has the answers. I will keep saying it. The answers are right there on with this team. It's just about picking the right systems for the right players. And I think that's where my criticism of Rulani comes from, where it's why force certain players to play a certain way when you know exactly how they play, instead of just giving them their style. Sundowns has so many different players. Shalulile is a very good target man, for example. He is different to a Masego. Probably works well with a Masego. He's different to Ribeiro, who wants to drop in and do this. He's different to a Esquivel, who wants to play more of a 10 and drop back. Just play them to their strengths and allow them to just, guys. But anyway. Zwart, welcome.
Hi, OT, how are you?
I'm good, thanks to you, Zwart.
Yeah, I'm good, man. What a game.
The wheels are off. It's a penalty. It looks like it's a penalty. Don't touch the ref, Oscarine. Anyway, it looks like it's a penalty to Sundowns. What do you think of the game so far?
No, what a good game. Very, very interesting game. From the beginning, the way they started off playing until now. Quite surprising to the way Mamelodi Sundowns started the game. It was not the Sundowns we usually know, but I think I saw Stellenbosch is not gonna win this game from the get-go. The way they started, that first half was shaky for both teams. Yeah, but I think it is Pirates and Sundowns in the final. And Pirates, I think Pirates will win this cup.
What do you think? What do you think Pirates offers for this game? For the game they're going to play in the final. What do you think Pirates? Why are you so confident with Pirates?
I think with what Stellenbosch's idea to come to this game, you can see they have a plan to the weaknesses of Sundowns, to use the sides and the speed, but they don't have that much quality or the as much players which have speed. While with Orlando Pirates, they can exploit you in different areas of the pitch. And you have the full backs overlapping as well coming in, so they can create an overload into your defense. And I think that's what Stellenbosch is shorting. And the midfield for Orlando Pirates is quite strong, which is not what Stellenbosch has. And Stellenbosch only has one play of football. They get the ball from their midfield through to Reynolds and trust he's going to score. With the Orlando Pirates, they're scoring with different people week in, week out. So I think that's their advantage.
Okay. No, Zwart, thank you so much for joining me. Before I go to Wahib, let me first give a second for this penalty. Peter Shalulile stepping up to take a penalty that has been granted by Jelly Chavani. Looked a little bit harsh. But anyway, Shasha.
What bafana. What?
Shasha. He's struggling. He's struggling. Wahib? What are you seeing from this game, my brother? Welcome.
I don't think Stellenbosch are tactically good. They shouldn't have approached it as a tactical match.
Yeah.
They should have set belt and prices loose and let the players play. I do think the mistake came when Sundowns scored and they knew they were outsmart tactically. And they could have scored in the first half and they are a bit lackluster. I don't think they are focused because that was now a very soft penalty. And even though it's not a penalty, that was very soft. The heads has dropped for the second goal. The heads has dropped. They gave a penalty away. So I do think their minds are away of fighting for this match. But of the game, I've seen a very, very smart Stellenbosch team. if they add more quality to their team and not go tactical into a match and maybe play how they've been playing the most of this season, they will be a better team. Unfortunately, I knew this would happen because quality-wise, Sundowns stops that.
Oh, okay. As Wahib says that, they score. So it is 2-1. The last 10 minutes. Let's see what can happen in the last 10 minutes. Agent.
Now we are Brazilian. I've never been this fan of what is it called? Gift of the givers. Give penalty to someone who score, man. Hi. Let me correct a few things actually. Did correct me? Maybe I didn't say wrong, because this morning on a TVs of ours, maybe they don't, or maybe the packages that we pay, maybe they don't show everything. Did Motaung get to the ball first?
What I saw, I thought the defender got a touch on the ball.
No, but did Motaung get to the ball first?
He did.
And did the guy make contact with Motaung, you know?
But
for me, I don't know why the thing is, whether it's soft or, I think this is one of the highest fouls that I've seen. No, it's not even soft, you know? And why the red card was not given.
If Kiklera Polo, if I get to you got to the ball first, but I hit the ball, I clear the ball before I make contact with you. Is it not harsh?
No, I don't think it's harsh, to be honest. Because like I said, it's not so much of a touch. What is it called? It's a whisker, you know? It whisks him. You know? So for me, and also people are saying, why didn't he give a red card? Because it wasn't dangerous play. The double jeopardy rule applies. You can't give a red card and a thing for him, you know. So I think that's why he didn't get the red card, you know.
Okay.
And lastly, I get you now when you talk about people taking a clip of what you're saying, not bring into context what you're saying. We have never doubted the Lodge substitution. I don't know about you, but I have never doubted it. The question was, what was the problem there? Lodge and Matthews were doing the same thing, you know? And the doubting or the questioning was of the timing of why take out Matthews, you know? And why not take out Ozwani? Because Lodge can play the Zwane role, you know? And where did the goal come from? Usually Shamli goes out wide, Zwane tucks in the middle. So Lodge was playing the Zwane role, you know? But anyways, it is what it is, you know? But let's hope we win.
I don't want to get into it, Agent. I just breezed past it, Lina, because I was just like, hey, it's fine. Let me put it on. 84 minutes 2-1. We want to Johnny Prime. Welcome.
Hey, I'm starting to Kakazeli now, eh?
Ow.
Mr.
It's 8 minutes, Niana. 8 minutes. 9 minutes.
We've all have been saying this. When a player spends so much time with spot kick, chances are he's going to miss it. I don't know why I'm a player like that. Yes, and for me, finally go a penalty, and then we referee and then give it to him. And also, you can have Kuzana. You can't wanna have a confident back in the cup final, Mr. Utsi. You're giving him a penalty to get his mojo back. No, it's a knockout, Mr. Utsi. Yeah, and and another thing, Mr. Utsi, we're watching a very, very good game, Mr. Utsi. It shows these teams are on form, and so for now I was sure but Mr. Utsi isab ga Matthews nami ngiyakhala ngayo.
Okay, Colin. Hey, people are Kakazeli. Let's see. Lekonyane, welcome to the show. How are you? You can just unmute them, my brother. Lekonyan. Okay, we'll come back. PK.
Yo, OT.
What's happening, PK?
Nothing is happening. We are seeing two teams that are strong, that are playing one another. Nothing that is sophistic about it. But, Stellenbosch have gave us a game. They are playing a good football.
Yeah.
Intentional about what they are doing. They have a structure. It's just that it's a battle of tactics.
Yeah.
And I think if Stellenbosch could have started like this in the first half, we could have had a bit of a challenge. They were tatazeling in the first half. Now I see Sundowns tatazeling, something that is unusual. But we will be fine. I think Rulani must just, man, I don't know what must he do, but I think he must just do something about his psychological part towards Shalulile. He loves him so much, but we can see that Shalulile is struggling. Or perhaps is the psychological department of Sundowns saying you need to pick yourself up. We don't know you the way you are. And we will give you a benefit of a doubt. But now, look at now. The sacrifice that they did is costing the team. And for a moment, I think that's a teamwork for me. You know, when you talk about teamwork, you are willing to lose together, you are willing to win together. And I can't say I was expecting this game with Stellenbosch. Honestly, sometimes, man, I don't know what's wrong with the referees. Honestly, I don't know. Referees need to be a bit. They must pick up from what they must take their professionalism serious. What we are seeing here is unacceptable, especially in this level of football. I don't know what is happening, but besides that, we just see two best teams competing. We are looking forward for Orlando Pirates. I guess it's going to be an interesting one then. Stellenbosch really let me down. But what can we say? This was the thing that I was saying to you, OT, last time to say. Sometimes you use your presence. Sundowns used its presence in the first half. And nothing fancy about it, but it was the presence. But we are winning. Let's meet in the finals. Thank you so much, my brother.
Okay, thank you, PK. Malume Kutso, tell me about this game, Malume Kutso. As someone who's through to the final, in play like a game, man.
Ayibona bayatatazela wabona bekhona manje asena lo thina ebayatatazela. They can't even laugh.
Hey.
Lo mntana bamloyile uShalulile ayikho le.
Bamloyile or lento. Never mind.
Ilion usebenzise le yasemakhuleni ibambe 2 goals yaphela. Melazamenye futhi melazamenye strong anyana theke lapha eShoprite iqinile. Mr. Uti labantu, they can't even smile, Mr. Uti.
Yeah,
they are holding it. One of the Sundowns fans released a silent one and Stellenbosch scored. Now they are all holding tightly, which nothing must be released. Agent Wasuza yakore Stellenbosch, please don't fall for it. Even if you feel like you are pressed, do not release one. Stellenbosch will score. But Mr. Oti, good game, Mr. Oti. I just got disappointed in Stellenbosch when they made us up. There's a player here by the name Kaka.
Yeah,
his body language. I think they must release him. Not like I'm really saying that based on sub 2-1 You walk in, you're like, why didn't you know, it's not about you. It's about the team. Get in there, fuck your job, give our opponents the impression that you are ready to run at them. You are ready to do something. And Mr. Uti. It's one of the reasons why I requested this guy, he thinks this is primary school here, under 12, where you must play by force. The coach will ask, your parents will ask the coach, why is my son not playing? It's very disappointing, Mr. Uti, from a professional. But good game from Stellies, good game from Sundowns, showing why they are number 1 and 2. Stellies also showing why they are soon to be number 3. Also, these are the representatives of South Africa. For continental football. The last 3 remaining teams will represent South Africa continentally next season, be it Confed Cup or be it Champions League. I think Stellies is covered as well in terms of Confed Cup. Pirates is covered in terms of Confed Cup. We are just challenging now for this Champions League spot. And sometimes, Mr. Uti, like I said, they will get a run for their money, but the cream, Mr. Uti. Cream. Shalulile will just pick up, loop the ball into the 18 area, and Lodge will just head it into the net. You understand? It's just how it is. But game is not over. If I just wish Mkaka had not gone in, Mr. Uti. Just look at him. What long sleeve. You just look at him. He's walking. He just got in. I just wish he had not got in. If I was
but since I have you here, or since I want 2 questions. 2 questions. Very quickly. The linesman change. Is that legal in your knowledge?
It's very legal.
Okay.
It's very legal. It has happened so many times. I mean, at the end of the day, what can they say? It's for the betterment of the game. I understand.
So do you need both teams to consent to it? Because I saw Jelly calling them over, and I don't know if he was announcing it to them or if he was asking them if they're fine.
You know, there's a Kana King, that state capture, the establishment of the state capture commission was through the Kanabari, the advice of the public prosecutor, again, public protector. But the advice of the public protector does not necessarily leave discretion for the president. It's advice, but the strength of the advice is telling. So he will somewhat consult with the coaches just to let them know what's happening. I mean, imagine, Mr. Uti, you're on the bench. Next thing, you are seeing the linesman is being changed. There needs to be a consultation, but not consultation in a sense, Uti, you are going to reject the ref. You are going to accept it, okay? Or ref bagangen. And it has happened on numerous occasions, not only locally, even international, even at international level, as in a national team. So spot on to bring in a proper linesman. No team, both teams would never allow a situation where they're like, we'd rather play without one linesman. Never.
And then Malume Kutso, last one, very quickly, penalty. Was that a penalty or not?
I only saw one take and I didn't think it was a penalty. I thought the boy got to the ball. But like I said, I'll reserve my extra view because I only saw one take, Mr. Uti.
Okay. Guys, I'm not going to stay too long now, but because I'm going to be back at 8. So we've started a new thing. We started last week with 8 p.m. show where we review. So we're going to review the Chiefs game because we didn't have time to do it on the Friday. We're going to review Pirates game, and we're also going to review today's game. 8 o'clock, I'll be back. Oratile, ke mo we win the team now.
Everybody win. I'm letting her win.
Mara bo ref ba etsang Stellenbosch.
Ban. But the ban of the referee. The referee. I got the referee. I got the referee. I got balloting in me. I got balloting in me. I got balloting in me. I got team in nka reka lerefre wa iketsa
Ah, ke tsebe o ska nkenya mathateng a ke tsebe taba eo ke di kene
mara wa iketsa mara ke itila ka tshwane mara
Okay. For time's sake, guys, ASAP, very quickly, what did you see from this game?
Excellent, Bro. Yeah, man, I really feel for Shalulile more than anything. Hey, the boots it's not coming together. And what makes it worse is the amount of effort just seeing everyone around him trying to include him, to try to like help him get his confidence back.
Yeah.
You can see like penalty bamnikile because they want him to get his confidence back. But yeah, no, angiyazi lento le bekayidla ngasayidli manje yabo, khona into bebayicobisa engasagcobiseke, you know. But I really feel for him. I feel for him because you can even see it in his eyes. When they're pressing, he's the one calling everyone, say, let's go. Like you can see with his body, him using his hands all the time, calling his players forward, let's go, let's attack, let's press. Even when he's on the bench and he's celebrating other players' goals, you can see like he's still there mentally, he's still there emotionally, but I really hope that he can figure it out. Obas Naye, sometimes it feels like the stage is a bit too big for him. Like today, I wasn't really happy with his showing, but over time he'll get it right. Also, just a bit concerned with if Rulani is overcoaching these boys. I heard him say something before the game started where he said, when he was explaining some of his tactics for the day, he was saying, Izolo, they were trying new things, and that shocked me a bit, considering the stakes. Yeah, the stakes of this game. You're trying new things. You shouldn't be coaching too much at this point. But I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I'm happy that the boys won, and yeah, I'm excited to see that final against Bafana.
Thank you, Shembe. For those who are watching, follow. I'm back at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. we will review these things properly. Kumo, on to the final.
Like there was ever any doubt. But this game though, are you guys not entertained? What an entertaining game we've had in a while. I'm so happy to see there's a team that isn't afraid of Sundowns. There was some very controversial moments that took place, but you know what? We move on. We've also had crucial moments that has cost us deeply. And once again, guys, Sundowns is a lot of artsy. Yo, look over like pilo. First of all, linyaka mo pirate Stellenbosch le Sundowns matters. Kirele na bakuna zuren. Le batla inyaka le mo FIFA break. Le tlo rasara salere Sundowns ro pile ground linyaka inyi. Focus on more Phillies games. And the other thing, man, my Sundowns bottom, Shalulile Gemotwari, Naramotompe, Naramoforgiving, Nicolo spreading rumors, especially agent. Agent they came into the video where there was no matchbox. There was no matchbox involved. Nense logo thing equal. I think Leleka that keeper or go pirate. Next thing, guys. So, Bamofe, that penalty Shalulile. Like, I don't know, what's his name again? ASAP, yo. That's the guy with the Crips voice. He was here before me. Yeah, it was for confidence here, Shell League, one. But besides that, obviously he's a striker. We're supposed to get goals. I mean, like that's his primary job. But his movement in pulling out defenders, it also works for us, So he's bringing something like a don't quote me on this. Like a Darwin Nunes type of play. He's not scoring, but he does something for the team. That's what I'm saying. I'm happy we're gonna have a blockbuster game. I don't know when is the game playing. Which stadium do you know? Like where's the final?
Not yet. I don't know. I'll check it.
Why would you know? I mean, like with the Chiefs. But anyway, that's a hang. So it's fine. We're gonna have a great game on our hands. I'm gonna bring in more analysis.
Okay.
So sharp. I'm just saying, I'm happy we won. It could have gone either way.
Okay. No. Come on. Thank you. Okay. So, guys, I just want to give my thoughts quickly. I'm not sure if this game was as entertaining as we're making it sound. I think that these two teams did not play to the best of their abilities. The ref had a lot to say about a lot of things. We have questions about that. But for the most part, I think Stellenbosch woke up too late. And Stellenbosch got beaten by that thing of having a bit of stage fright, trying to be a little bit too smart. I think Sage Stevens was a very important player to include. I think Van Veek could have come onto the pitch a lot earlier. Whatever they were doing at the beginning of the game, where they were playing open, it was an open 4-3-3 where they had one person being a defensive mid in front of that back four that was not communicating. Was kind of odd. If you watched when they had Sundowns under control, quote unquote, it was more of a 6-man back. How? Huh? Morena. Not Muda. Anyway, it was more of a 6-man back. And they were really... I think what irritated me about Stellenbosch right now was that are you coming here to attack or are you coming here to defend? You can't do half and half. So in the beginning of the game, they were doing half and half. They didn't know whether to get the ball up to Reyners at the right times. They didn't know whether to release the other guys at the right times. They were holding the ball at some points where they shouldn't be holding the ball. But also, in defense, Sundowns is overwhelming you guys, but you choose to still stay with 4 guys. So, again, what was the plan today, especially early on? Because that's what Sundowns does, to their credit. They get their goal, they manage the game. Right? They managed the game. They got a second goal. We can talk about referees and all of those things. But by the time Stellenbosch remembered themselves, by the time Stellenbosch remembered, oh, Ghana, this is how we play, it was too late. It was too late. And congrats to MAMELODI SUNDOWNS. Congrats to Rulani. Right? That thing that we speak about Rulani, or what I've been giving him credit for, especially earlier in the season, happened today. There was a possible red card. He saw it immediately and was like, Chaps Lunga, come off. While this linesman thing is happening, because you're under pressure on that side. He brought in Abum Kulise, he brought in Abu Lodge. We could argue about the timing, but it worked out. They won, and MAMELODI SUNDOWNS march is on. They're going to be looking for their 3rd trophy of the season, obviously AFL, the league, and they're going to be looking for this Nedbank Cup to try to complete the treble of their own. They're going to play Orlando Pirates, who's in the hunt for the Champions League, but also they've got the MTN8 in the bag. They want the Nedbank Cup to repeat what they did last year with the 2 trophies. So let's see how this is going to play out. I am sure Nedbank is so happy. I am sure Nedbank is so happy. I got Tshwane Carling Cup, where it was TS Galaxy and Stellenbosch. There'll actually be a lot of hype going into this game. So let's see if the two can face each other again. We know that Pirates always gives MAMELODI SUNDOWNS quite a tough game. And they're not afraid to go directly at them. Can MAMELODI SUNDOWNS win again versus Orlando Pirates, or will Orlando Pirates' cup pedigree and cup status overpower them as it has done previously before as well? Guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you have not followed, please follow. 8 o'clock, we're back for the review show. 8 p.m., we'll be back for the review show. We will be reviewing the Chiefs Sundowns game because we didn't get to do that. It was a Thursday, and Friday's is member show. And then we're going to speak about Orlando Pirates and Chipa yesterday, and also this game a little bit in depth. So please, if you have not followed, please follow. I'll see you guys at 8 p.m. where we'll have a stronger, deeper discussion about what happened today. Guys, it's been great. Bye, guys.